If your beauty I no longer see,
hey, what up?
would you leave me, pretty baby? And if I thought it best to set you free, yeah, would you hate me? If you would please tell me now so I can.
Life is right for double standards, trying to get it, my girl, and it's motherfucker glitz and glamour. Should've brought the hammer. Just remember what you watch is how I practice. Woman black and paper plastic. Legend has it, I've been smashing ratchets. Why? Cause they freak fantastic factions. Carry something right to cut savage. I'd say you could hopper fast as flashing crispy hundreds. Double rubber banded in the most seasoned egregious and average rapper fashion. She just sleeping on your rumble still skin, and I'm kidding me. Why I just touchdown running like a twist that left this other leg and knuckles dragging. I go Amish gangster via horse and carriage. At the helm I hustle hardest. That's what I stay click commander. I do what these cornballs couldn't. Let me get permission like a open marriage. You gon' fuck around and find my silk boxes in your mother's hamper. Feel the reverend ills in heaven limping. That's a burn. Oh, the severance package that'll last forever. Rumor has it pocket big, still spazzing, built in the mansion. And furthermore, your boys are beaming, jarring in the manhood. If you can't get recorded or reverse, lower your standards. Got a gang of knowledge, all in general on our child's mamas. You can find me towing First Amendment, boundary slanging canned goods at my family, or in Clark County's county on the verge of getting canceled. And I walk up like an active shooter, attacking that shit's anecdotal. Boy, you better ask your Google, even through the smoke and mirrors, better known as cancel culture. How the fuck our future looking? Propaganda's trolls and shooters hiding from their home computer. It's just low-key panders helpless to the massive gnosis of the average voter. We just sit back, bicker back and forth about this bullshit system. When society today is only offering inequality to women in the form of opportunism. Damn, where's your manners? Motherfucking double standard. Life is right with double standards, and it's a pizzicato patterns. What's the matter with some double standards? It's just human nature on some shit. Let me pull you on, you won't be a happy camper. It's a double standard. Ayo, it's my anthem. I love this art form, what it stands for as a platform. Damn, it's double standards. They just make me hustle harder cause I overstand. Crumpled stands, hierarchical cancer. Double standards.
My father's to set you free, yeah. Would you hate me if you would please tell me how so I can leave the hate that you believe in, especially when you're
Hello. With the gadgets, motherfucker. With the baggy bags. Dude, I've been hustling my ass off trying to fucking get my car. I had a car blow up. And then come to find out, after that car blew up, then on top of that, I went to have my truck looked at for something and then found out that it's just gonna take like more money than it's worth to fix the truck, and I didn't even know it was broken. So I thought I had like $5,000 equity, and I really don't.
For the truck?
Yeah. When I bought that truck, I fucking spent like $10,000 on like a $5,500 truck because I had to buy it through I had to get finance for it. Whew.
So what's been up, man? What the fuck? Why does it look like a crack house in here, bro?
It does, doesn't it? Well, it was our room when I had a roommate, and then I got rid of my roommate, and then we got dogs, and then the dogs just up here running crazy. I had to pick up like an inch of shit and piss all over the floor and get it not smelling like dog in here anymore. And pretty much then I finally got that out, and then I just figured focus on, I can get rid of all this shit, but the reason why I leave the things that weigh anything is because it changes the acoustics of it. If everything was out of the room and it was just a square, your voice bouncing off everything would bounce just like a square and sound just like that. So I leave the things that are heavy, kind of like that frame and that shit in the corner, put shit in the corner to change it from being perfectly square, kind of. That's why that's kind of slammed in the corner, wedged in the corner like that, to change it from being a square corner to be a little bit different shape. So, and like, you can make certain soffits. If I was to build a soffit around this and make it look professional and build it, you know, just a different angle around here and just change it from square, it would make it to where it wouldn't bounce really hardly at all. There's a bunch of different shit. It's just temporary shit.
Where are you working now?
What?
Where are you working now?
I work for Danis. I'm doing catering. I'm doing catering, the third floor
Construction
catering.
and shit?
Yeah, still finishing drywall. Dude, I'm doing like their whole shit by themselves. I could pull some shit out of my pocket, show you these pictures of it. It's all round. And the shit that isn't completely a circle is like, it dives and goes in and out of being like curved and shit. It's really kind of tight for like, because normally it's just regular fucking joints and shit, like drywall seams, and it gets so fucking, this is at least challenging, so it's fun to do, you know. So I'm having an all right time there, and I'm working, like I said, I'm doing one of their better customers jobs pretty much by myself. It's fun. My dude's coming there Monday, so yeah, that's what working's like. And that is what being in between phases there, and then not caring that I had a notebook with me, and that's what I would do, is just write. I would write, it's like, because there's no drywall to finish, so if somebody important was coming, I would pick up my pen and knife and slap it a couple times, and other than that, I just had my notebook, and so I read and got back into all my shit. I needed to anyways. I was so focused on my family, really. It was like everybody else sitting around on like gadgets, tablets and shit, and me just like trying to pay attention to them, and they're all preoccupied, and I'm just like, well, looks like shit's good here, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I gotta do something. I'm like, well, why not just do what I've been doing? I'm not in the whole find a new hobbies thing. I'm just gonna buckle down on the one I got, you know, get my head back out of my ass. Did you already turn this bitch on?
Yeah, that's
good. Dope. That's what I figured was happening.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Just chatting.
I did not have to do much cutting out of the last one I did, and the format's easy. I mean, it's just open dialogue, heavy conversation. I was thinking of like what I was gonna do, right? About that was so exciting. I want to at least make an outline roughly in my head somewhat, or even if I get a pencil out and make some ideas, and that's sort of what I do. It's just like start with something I write down and just fucking edit it a million times until it's something cool. But then like, we could start with the videos, because there was a concept for the last 4 that we did together. Remember how
the music videos?
Yeah, how we thought about putting it in a year in the cycle, in the way that we had thought it all out.
It actually, like the last video, kind of like lays it all out.
Oh, it was great how you had all that shit connect
I
like
wanted
that.
to put like a director's cut where it's just all 4 videos all the way through.
That's a good idea. I was thinking about making something similar to that, but I want to do more of like there's certain people that actually interact with me and support me a whole bunch. I would like to make a way to give them access to shit faster. And I do I'll give them downloads when I'm finished with a song, like, you know what I mean, for free, just like, or whatever, like, here, thanks for like telling me that. I appreciate the shit out of that, you know, like, cause yeah, it's cool, man. I'm like, I feel like I'm one of these dudes' favorite rappers, at least, who's saying some shit to me who's super fucking, that's the craziest thing about this whole shit is whenever I'm ready to be like, fuck you and everybody else, man, and pack it in, there's like a message waiting for me, and that message is just like, it says the exact fucking thing I need to fucking hear.
and it's getting more and more and at the right time, so it's going pretty good, really. Like I said, I'm going to get a new ride. I've just been working a lot. I've been working pretty much 2 jobs. I had a side gig I'm trying to get this car situation handled, and then, you know, we'll be set a little bit and I can start working. I'm 5 tracks into this and I got about 5 more left. And then to promo it, I'm gonna make a video or 2. So once we get close to the end of it, you and I will be working, doing a couple. And, you know, what we did before, how we was, you know, using like the parks and like what we have a lot of times. I think this time I want to get a location, and I want to maybe do a little more into like maybe like I might have Shy model some for me, a little bit for me, and then like we just there's gonna be a little more thought put into it. I might even spend more on props and shit. Like there'll be a budget a little more so into besides paying you. So like we have a little more to work with than just like some half-baked shit that I threw together.
Yeah.
Which, like,
I mean, if you can tell a story, I can film it in that way. But
yeah.
You know, some songs when rappers and shit are just rambling, then it's just like you can only do so much.
Yeah,
throw them
you
in
need something to work
spots
with,
and just let them go ham.
Honestly, I got a lot to work with one of these coming up because it's the song about her and I getting back together, and there's like a beginning, middle, end. And there's some ways that I could go for it. There's a couple that I have pegged right now that I think that I want to do the videos for them, because they're either they tell a good story and or they're like the right song for it, the right vibe for me to make a video to. I know that you said other people have done it, but man, I want to check out Otherworld, man. I want to do like a verse or 2 there. I thought that would be, well, there's other shit like it too. Like most of that shit, will your lenses pick them up? Will your lenses pick them up like you want, like we think, like I think that they will?
Or what do you mean? Like we could
I've never been
if
there.
they would let us, we could totally shoot in there.
Oh, so you think that would be the issue? Is whether or not they would.
Yeah, because I don't want to like go in there like. I'd rather go in there on a day that there's not a lot of people, and then we can just kind of go in there and be like, "Hey, is this cool?"
Yeah, which we would probably get off. But if it's busy and you're in the way, they don't want that, obviously. And that's all I would want to do too. Is maybe one of these times her and I will go, and then I'll just like try and pull a little slick to the side and ask somebody that is a little bit up there or whatever there to see what's going on with that. And because that's just one thing. But besides that or a location, and fuck with the lenses, or fuck with, you know, just take a little time and like, and put a little into what we can actually do with like makeup or shit like that, I guess you could say. I don't know, put a little more drama into it, maybe a little more acting into it. It's like that stuff, how we did it before, I kind of threw it together, and I think that I could have maybe made like more happen in the scenes, you know, or like as we think these things through, you know, like I have like a pretty good idea of them, but not really moments where like I know that that's exactly what I want to use in the video, and I have the frame of mind for it now. So like, I have the time to think this shit through until I make these next 2 songs. I'm gonna like how we use the horns and how like I want to figure out something different to do. Like I just don't want to get stuck. Like how I don't want to get stuck musically and try real hard not to. Like I don't want to make the same thing over. I don't want to do that again. So I feel like we done made some shit, and I want to kind of top it, really, you know. I do like how that started and how it looped and how that was pretty much, I wanted to get it done all on one tape, and it didn't work like that. The way that kind of worked out with being able to afford to buy videos at the time, because I had my son always, so it was like I could only really afford to either get you or pay you or have schedules, and that's how long it took to make 4 videos. Really, was that year, really, you know. Like,
I mean, that's cool though, like, because we kind of anticipated to like do it over the course of a year.
And we got different weather, and exactly, and that's what was our goal was, really. Yeah, that was honestly, that was one of those things where the times that you hit me up to make sure that we was going out to do them was like times where I needed like fucking up off the couch by something, and it just happened to be that. So it was super fucking clutch. And I just wanted to say, oh, there was a lot that you fucking do also. Like you were the first, like you would help me with edits, help me with certain video edits. If you're making a video for me, look out and make a couple little fucking pics and shit. And all that shit is shit that I wanted to make sure that I said that I appreciated you for, and I might have at the time, but also like, you know, publicly on this platform, because there's a lot of shit that you just are down to do, and it's not about the dollar, and I really appreciate that shit, dude, because certain ones...
It really just kind of depends on the project, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're into it or whatever, right. Yeah, and that's cool. That's why I appreciate it.
I mean, anybody that's like trying to work with me, it just kind of depends.
Oh, I'll believe it.
You know,
prices.
If I'm into it, really.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, and that's kind of what I try and do is go back to the drawing board and come up with something that is at least exciting for you. So you get excited, because I know if I can get you excited, then I'm going to get some of your best work, and vice versa. So that's kind of where we're mad with some of them. And what's cool is that some of them seem a little more anticlimactic, but then when you see them all done with some of the effects, you get a lot of compliments on the effects, bro. They love a lot of those effects that you have been doing, even since day one, like the one that we did at Pat's house in the basement with the black lights. The very first one.
That's one of my favorite ones we've done.
Yeah, I want to do more shit like that type shit. I mean, we don't necessarily need Pat's fucking shit to do that, is what I'm getting at. Is we could do more with just a setting, a rented setting, really, and a backdrop, honestly. I feel like there's... What do you...
There's studios. I mean, if someone was willing to, like, pay the money to rent a studio for a few hours...
Yeah.
So we could shoot in there.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to do it. It's a matter of finding the right place.
Yeah. That's not a bad move, man. It would be cool if they had like anything with the green backdrop or whatever. Fuck with that some. I'm pretty good on the fly stuff, but I have to dig in a little and look and see if there's something that would fit like what we're going for. I'm sure that there is though, dude.
You could literally shoot one in here.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't mind it. Honestly, I was already gonna get more of these. These are elevator blankets. Give me my lighter, dog.
Elevator blankets?
That's what they're called.
What the fuck is that?
I believe they fucking all they do is they throw them over shit to keep dust down, or moving blankets. Does that sound moving blankets? Yeah. That's right.
Elevator blankets.
I didn't have no idea why the fuck I even thought that. Moving blankets. However,
like literally,
they're dope as hell for the acoustics and shit.
If you cleared all this shit out of here, right? And just put this light like right here.
Yeah.
You could literally do
lighting has a lot to do with your fucking what you got going on, man. Because if I change the lighting as I'm trying to make like a reel or something and just change it barely, it changes a lot to do dynamically with what you're going for. I want to do maybe some shots and think through each video, having a little more thought out on each shot. Not you, but for me, saying like, I want this one to be more of a silhouette. I want to just put, and like I said, put a little more into like some of the scenes inside of them and the acting inside of them. Think that through a little more, go in that direction a little more.
Yeah.
As all is write it out a little better. It's like I was getting my feet wet and trying shit before, but I kind of figured out what I think I can do and what I'm going to go a little further with and that kind of shit. So doing all those, I was just super glad that I dove into it like that, because we had the experience of all that, plus, you know, bringing other people in, and when it all came together all nice like that, having Elias that one time standing outside
that was really
bar.
good.
Yeah, man.
I was impressed.
He was real down to be on that kind of shit, man. Shout out Elias, man, because if he's listening, because he looked out. He paid for us to go and record a couple of verse inside this Rain Brothers studio in Springs. If you're going through Springs, coming through, kind of like from Fairborn through whatever the fuck to Springfield, 68. Yeah, it's right there on the side. But
Let me see your mic. Let me see the recorder. I want to make sure it's still recording.
Yeah, that's probably good, man. Yeah, you're good.
That's good.
Okay. And so, basically, why I'm shouting out Elias is he also got me on the radio at Central State. So like he looked out, and then like you know like he paid for my feature and shit. He looked out a lot. He was always down to like for like the greater cause of certain shit like that. Like I appreciate people like that, people that are interested in just throwing in, you know, a little work. That's honestly the only way I'm gonna be able to get this shit in front of people is those kind of people that aren't afraid to mention a name or to share something. I don't. That kind of shit when everybody on one hand it's free, but on the other, so like you can't really, but you still can't expect it. You get what I mean? You know what I mean? Because it fucks with people's algorithms, and you know, people take it personally if somebody doesn't like it, the post they made up there, and they're like, "Fuck, I'm not posting that again." So
well, you gotta kind of. You gotta kind of look at it like an investment in a way, because like I've done a lot of free stuff just so I could like either get the footage for myself to use or whatever it may be, you know what I mean? Like,
oh, dude,
the first like handful of weddings I did was for free, so
yeah, and built it up into the point where now you can charge, and that's really, dude, that I'm down to do the work, because the first start of this shit is going to be all shit that I can't expect people to pay me for just yet. There's certain shit you kind of gotta have status wise, I guess, before certain people will be willing to pay whatever for you at certain shit, like the check mark. You get what I'm trying to say? Like to be an official, certain amount of followers, but then there are people
yeah,
that
I get it. Because like if I showed up to a shoot with just my phone, it'd be weird, you know.
Yeah. However, yeah, but like backing is different. But like, so if somebody invested in your skill or paid for your skill without that, it showed you love. You know, that's the type of shit that I need really just to get it in front of as many people as I can. Is all. I get that it's different, and it's kind of like a you hate it or you love it kind of thing is what I'm sort of like. But that's kind of what I set out to make, like something that wasn't necessarily like pop or type shit. I wanted it to be different. I wanted it to be unique, and I'm just sort of figuring out how to get those fans too. That's the shit I'm on here lately, is just like leveling my playing field for myself and making it a little more general and a little more simple so that more people can understand. So I have less people telling me they can't understand what I'm saying. Also, the lyrics will be added. The lyrics, but the other thing is if you listen to almost whatever amount of songs, you're not going to remember every single word from start to finish when you listen one time. So, but also if you put your lyrics in there to it, then people can follow along the entire time and know, instead of wondering or just saying that they can't figure it out, that they don't know. I used to tell people to listen to it again just to try and get another play. But then I just started like really trying to pay attention to making sure that I did enunciate. Plus also I slowed the flow up a little bit at times, and I've been a lot more less assuming you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Over the years, I've become a lot more concise and a better writer at that kind of shit. The writing's definitely getting better, so it's just you know, sometimes when I make new shit constantly, you know, you might not really like the fact that you might want me to make something like I used to make before, and if that's the case, you just gotta let me know, really, you know, because instead I'm just gonna keep trying to make new shit and creative shit, because I don't really want to. There's things that I like that over time you learn how to go back to because you're good at them, and then people like them, so you like yeah. So like,
kind of recuperate to where you started in a way.
Yeah, and you keep what works, you know.
Yeah. I mean, to an extent that works, but at the same time, like,
yeah, unless you're tired of it.
Yeah,
shit.
You gotta kind of evolve with it.
Right. That's all. I just feel like
I need a fucking chair like this in my place.
I had to steal that bitch.
It's a nice ass chair.
I stole it from a college I was working for I was working at a different company than the one I was working for now, and it was gonna throw them away and get new ones, and they would have made a big deal out of it if I would have took it. So I just acted like I was trash and walked it down to the dumpster and walked right past it and out to my car. And Brian, I recorded almost every album I think with that chair. I love that motherfucker. It's dope as fuck. It's ergonomic. Yeah, it goes up, down, left, right. It's bad. Yeah. I just knew I was going to be putting some heavy hours in over that keyboard, so I invested.
I get it.
Yep. So you.
Why you got two mics here?
Hey, what? Is that me? I'm going fucking.
I think so. Does this one? Do you not use this one?
That's a studio, or that's a dynamic microphone for performance. So basically, I practice my shows with it. Yeah, I'll practice my shows with that and make sure I'm sounding nice live. And then that one there, the Avitone, yeah, that plus the preamp. Dude, okay, so let me go into something real quick. The first 3 or 4 projects I did, that was broken, and so it wasn't getting a full signal, so it wasn't getting all of my audio. So those albums are made with only like 80% audio, really. Like then it should have been. It should have sounded a lot fuller, a lot warmer, and I finally have that worked out. And
These are badass headphones. I got a pair of these.
Yeah. Mike Reality said them are standard. Them are industry standards headphones, basically. He actually was super, super, super helpful because he got me my foot in the door on all that I needed to get to work on all the tech side of shit. Like all that technology, that preamp. Between Wayside helped me build my studio, basically. And then I learned, and then low key from having them mix my shit, and then me watching YouTube, I slowly taught myself how to mix my own shit. And my music's quality took a little bit of a dive because I quit paying to have people mix my shit right around the time we started making. Halfway through, we started making them 4 videos. So about the third video, I mixed dope myself. And I just been mixing my music myself since then. So I've been getting a little better and a little better. And honestly, this whole album is all me mixing my music myself. I'm just gonna do it like that, and I'm not scared. Fuck it.
I mean, do what you gotta do, man.
Well, I mean,
that's just like the same thing with like the whole like effects and animating and shit like that. Like I gotta learn that shit all on my own because I'm a novice when it comes to that stuff.
And what you taught yourself, exactly, you're interested, so it's called the zone of proximal learning. You're interested, so you've created a reason to get better, right? So your DNA gets to working at you getting better, you know what I mean? And that's how you learn. You know, it's pretty dope like that. It makes you excited again. It makes you, it's cool. That's why.
Yeah, it gets you pumped about like what you're doing again.
Yeah. And that's
like right now I'm working on another car video, and it's for a Porsche.
Dope.
And I've had a few ideas, and it's just a matter of like trying to learn how to do this shit.
Oh, what you
like
I've got what you have in your head, basically.
Right.
Yeah, dog, yeah. For real, I'm doing that with cranking knobs, getting things to sound a certain way, or to pan a certain way, not be here, but be here, and how to be in this frequency right here, but nothing in this frequency right here. And that's between the beat and just my vocals. It's actually very easy to mix just vocals to just an instrumental, you know, like if other real producers and audio engineers, they were mixing each instrument all the way out, you know what I mean, of the band, you know what I mean? So every single track, like on down, adjusting the reverb and the EQ, and you know, so that's a lot. That's what I'm not nowhere, but as far as being able to crank the knobs to have control of what I want my voice to sound like at this time right now, you know, and to add my own samples and my own voiceovers for like goofy shit, skits and shit like that, and just to be able to edit where I want my shit, like that shit, that I just want control over me. That's it. Other than that, whatever, you know. And I had to teach myself how to make these reels, and they make it damn near idiot proof to be able to edit this shit really on some of these things. So just get you like this one that I use right now. I'll get you guys hip if you're listening. I use like one of them. I use pics art, and then I do something text something to turn what I'm saying. AI tries take my raps and make it. It's funny what it comes out, and what it ends up. I have to edit them all the time, but the shit they think it is fucking hysterical, right? But so I do that, and that's how I was able to start making my own lyrics videos for reels, which I think is going to be good coming up. I like to show a little bit of me working on my shit to promo, and I want to use this to promo. I'm not Mr. Selfie, dog. Like, look around. Like, this is all DIY. It sounds good, but it don't look good. You know what I mean? Like, it looks, like you said, like, why does this place look like a crash? It was because I live in the hood again, man. I had to go back to the hood. Sorry about that. I had to go back to the hood because it's cheaper, and this lady's not gonna fucking raise the rent on me. So like, I need that for a little while. You know, the kids aren't too heavy playing outside. It's not like they got kid friends that are running over to their house or none. We're safe. We're good. I got 2 pit bulls. Come get some. You know what I mean? Those pit bulls, I can't have a gun. So I mean, like, you know, that's the best thing for right now. You know? Let them chew your fucking ass up. But yeah, man. Well, man, I really, all right, since who are you gonna vote for coming up?
I don't know. Honestly, don't know.
Oh man, it's not gonna be blue. I know that. And no offense to anybody that is blue. I just been dicked by it too much. I'm going. We have to see what happens because it's always some crazy bullshit, and you have to see what they throw at us when it comes to like shadow puppet shit. We have to see what they're trying to throw at us. Like, you could sit on your couch and vote last time. So like, what do we got this time? You know, what flu is gonna be unleashed, and you know. So I'm not looking forward to that. But I would much like the shit that's too expensive to go back the other way, bro. For real. It's wild, man. It's hard to even get into it because I've just been ignoring it for the last 3 years. Everything. But like the important shit that matters, you know what I mean? Locally, I pay attention. But when it comes to like anything they're trying to feed me as far as a narrative or things that happen or the news, I don't give a fuck. I just do my little regimen. That's it, very much.
Yeah, I don't really pay any attention to any politics ever.
Why I said because
it's unfortunate, but it's just
I am voting this because I can. That's bullshit that they said I couldn't. If you hear me, you can vote, even if you are a violent felon. Vote anyways. You can vote. Don't ask them. Just do it. Good. But they always told us that we couldn't. Then I fucking was talking to the lady about shit. Just go and vote. It was just like, I'm gonna this time just because fuck I haven't, just because I thought that I couldn't. That's the only reason why. So
it's fair.
That's
fair. Yeah.
Who knows what would have happened if I would have voted last time? Anyways, you know what I mean? Seems like it don't even matter what happened. But they'll just bring the military in and lock this bitch down. You can disagree if you want to. But all right, we'll talk about what else is popping. You had some weddings. What else? What's now? We got some shit in the mix, but that's gonna be a hot little minute. I got a car to buy and then another car to buy, and then I'll be ready to do that. It's 2 months for real. 2 months out before I can.
I get it, bro.
Make a video.
I get it.
But so I want to, but
life just be kicking your ass.
I know, but what sucks is for the longest time, I was making it like that, and now that I figured out like how to get by and save and like basically not starve and not be in survival mode, it just got turned to my luck more so than like the fucking me fucking myself. But eventually, I can see the tail end of it coming, like wrapping itself up. You know, it's cool. It's getting better. This job that I have is great though because they pay me a good little bit to do what I do, and then if I pick up another one, then I can really make something happen with the two together. So that's nice. I just would like to be able to make a little more off the flow, and I'm going to push real hard to make that happen. That's what this podcast is about. I got a merch campaign coming soon. I'm going to take 300 total, but it's 201. I'm going to buy, and 100. I'm going to buy shirts. Starter pack for shirts and then sticker packs, so there'll be, and then I'm gonna also buy hard copies of this album, so will be the whole merch store will be hard copies of this. I still got a couple copies of Winners is for Winners if anybody wants one. There's still about 12 of them or something like that left out of the 100 that I got. So I've just been fucking I pump them motherfuckers out and pump the next set out, and then I'll have shirts also, stickers also. And yeah, and then just get with me on the address, and however we work out payment, I'll fucking hit the mailbox next day type shit. Yeah. Yeah, man, I think my favorite part was when you went crazy on adding the snippet clips on Go. I think just to highlight like the career with us together, like all the picture, the small video clips of like the trash being like in the waves and the trash, and like all that shit that was added to him was just shit that Aaron like thought would fit the mold of all that, the lyrics all thrown together in like a collage, and it came out like I still use one of them with like the chains and the silhouette of the hands and cuffs over the, like it's like over like a pergola or something, so people standing in the middle almost like a altar or some shit, but that shit's sweet. I use that thing still. That like you're super creative and slick and know how to make what you want to make. That shit, that's a superpower when it
appreciate that,
digital
man.
fucking creating, dude. It really is, dude. Yeah, man. I'm working on getting my own little DIY version of it just to get by on. And guys, I don't want to do this kind of shit. I just want to make music. I want to make more and more and more, and eventually instrumentals too. But like, I gotta do this content shit. There's no way around it. So like, I tried to do something I'm comfortable with and can do enough of, so I can talk my ass off. So I figured I just hit record, talk some shit, bullshit, joke. Then people can get to feel for like they getting to know me, and you know, along this journey, you know, I was gonna vent a little bit about fucking work, because work's cool and shit, but it's like, I did this whole floor I fire taped the whole shit. I put all the beat on. I taped every fucking thing. So all the hard part of it is done. I filled in all their bullshit when their soffits was all fucked up in their dry. So I did all the hard part of cutting everything out, pre-filling it, taping it, putting the beat on. Now they're gonna come and run the mud, and they get to like act like they were in on the fucking whole
whole job.
Now I have to share credit for it, and I don't like that shit. They walked by today, and dude, one of the white hats who's that's a superintendent, he walked by and he said like, "Oh, awesome job," gave this dude a cooler, he's a carpenter, walked past me, said something about a different drywall finisher, and then they said that and Ivan would be here Monday. They just walked right past me and then went on complimenting everybody else, but I'm the one that makes them all look good. It just rubs me the wrong way, man. So like, I don't want to be in drywall forever. I got a plan of leaving to go to Florida and work, and I'm gonna finish learning Spanish, and then I'm gonna go and run work down there for Danis in Gainesville. If you know, that's my plan for as far as like the whole time I'm gonna be making music. And as soon as you guys fucking buy enough of this shit or watch it enough times for me to get fucking to where I can make it full time, then that's what I'm doing.
That's the hardest part, man. I had to take that leap like a month ago. Like, honestly, I had to make sure that I was in enough demand that I could quit my day job.
You don't do the trucks no more? Ah, and it's your birthday. Happy birthday, motherfucker.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. So congrats. Hey, this motherfucker's making his money off of his fucking, off his hustle, dude. That's fucking fire. What's the dream? I'm trying to get like that, man. That's dope as fuck, bro. Good shit.
It's hard. I mean, like, I'm doing all right now, but it's like, it's hard because you have to realize that every day you have to go and do the thing. You know what I mean? It's not just like a side thing anymore. You just have to do.
Proactively, you need them deposits coming in, so you might even have to do more just to get extra shit coming in. It come down to it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh no, trust me. I'm trying to make it that, which is hard. Because honestly, dude, it's hard. I don't have a lot of money coming in for this shit, and I'm figuring out how to make that. That's what the whole CDs thing is about. Now I have, instead of 1,000 to 100 plays, instead of that, which is $0, I have this album. The most people that just want to put $10 in my pocket don't give a fuck that they only have a CD player in one of their cars or something like that. Mm-hmm. They're just trying to show some love and buy something from me. You know what I mean? So like, much love for that shit. And that's what I'm working on, the local and that broader scheme of, which is just funneling people to these platforms, I guess. Which is wild, is because nowadays you could be technically like successful on one platform, but like that's how crazy it is now. Like you could be TikTok famous or just YouTube famous, or just and like. Yeah, I want to be transcendent, dude. I want to get on everything that I can. You know, that's, I guess, my goal with this shit. It's not fame at all. It's just I want to make an impact in the game. Get the fuck on the map in the game. Put you know, where I grew up on, and then really, dude, just create at this certain level, and then eventually I'll make my own beats and everything, and have control over everything. Just do that for as long as I can, man. That's what I think it's about, man. And then all that whatever shit on the way. Look at this fucking piss bottle. Straight Ricky.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I saw it and I was like,
Well, that was actually supposed to have been hidden or thrown away by now, duh. But like that was when I was recording, and I didn't want to stop. Is all. I didn't want to go down there and piss, so I pissed in that bottle. And then, hey, listen. I had done it one night in the middle of the night. The next week, I found my boy. He's got his pecker inside of a little fucking bottle or something like that. I swear to God, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, what? And he always looks at me like, why are you getting on me about this, dude? Like, I just caught you doing this shit. Like, why? How do you think I know it? You know?
Yeah.
He looks at me like that. I'm like, oh, God damn it. And I was gonna check myself and shit. I'm like, can I do shit like that? But anyways, pissing in bottles, piss jugs. What else? Dudes on certain jobs, just to not like go out and have to piss in the porta potty because it's freezing out there. It's like 12 degrees outside. Look at pissing cups and just like find a way to not get caught with it or get it outside as soon as possible on these fucking big projects. Yeah, dude, savage. For sure. Anyway. Yeah, well, you make badass music videos. I'm gonna keep making music videos. You're my main videographer.
dude, there's definitely better videographers than me that do music videos.
Oh no, but you're guy.
I just enjoy doing them. So
yeah, you have a passion for it. Like, and you're my. I don't have any interest in working in those guys. I really don't. I like how what I'm going for, I can use words, tell you, and then you can make it happen. Whereas like those dudes are gonna try and hijack it and make it their thing. You try and work with me as a synergy to make something together. They're not gonna do that, even if my idea is better. You dig what I mean? You know what I mean? Whereas like you won't be like that if it's a better idea. And that's how I am with you too. That's why, and you'll tell me when, you know what I mean, when it is a better idea. So like
right,
exactly.
Right.
So it's like, and that shit's fun. And I'm not gonna do anything that's not fun. So there's no way I'm gonna pay what I pay to make a music video and not have fun doing it, or have somebody take half of my idea and not, you know, or not do it how we decided to do it together. I don't like that shit. I don't like when people be fucking all for the glory. We're coming up to the end. What else? I don't want to forget anything. Well, anyways, we've been fucking friends since high school, man. We were on the same wrestling team. Fucking, what is the funniest time back then? Can you tell a story from back then?
From back then?
That was good enough.
I think the first time that I actually met you, I was walking on the hallway and I was doing this number. And you were doing it too, and we just like caught each other. It was like,
the 1-2.
And then like after that, we had Mr. Johnson's art class together. That's the first class that I had together with you.
Oh, I drew a wrestler. I drew like a muscled out wrestler of a fucking. I like drawing in that class. Class was fun. That was a good fucking class. I always dug art in school whenever we had.
Fucking tore that school down, man.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
It was never supposed to be built and up that long. It had asbestos all over everything in it. It was fucking crazy. So sucked, but like I'm glad those kids aren't breathing that shit.
Right, for sure.
I mean, we had a good time there. I mean, dude, I used to cut out all the time. I mean, there were certain times where like you just walk down that back hall down there by the cafe and just keep going. See you later, buddy. Man, it was fun. Fucking Long's class, dipping in Mr. Long's class, bro.
I never had him.
I would
Ironically.
I would just go, or it would be around lunch or whatever class I had then. I would just like peel out from there and go in there and just show up and be like, "Where are you supposed to be?" And I'd be like, "I have study hall or lunch or whatever," and then just sit down and put a dip in, act like I was in that class. But he would have like 6 other tag-alongs, so somebody would come in and be like, "There's 6 people that don't have seats," and like it would look like a fucking party in Mr. Long's room.
It's funny. Well, I gotta get out of here.
It's all good. I appreciate you coming.
Go home and eat some dinner.
We're look forward to making some more shit soon, dude. Like I said, I'm gonna put more into the budget on the next trip, so that we'll work on letting you come to life on all them fucking cool ass effects and using the light and silhouettes and just shit like that. I'll think about it.
And cool being in there. You just like clean up everything. It's a little clean this room out, and it was just the room and light and the light, and that's it.
Well, this isn't going to be the. It doesn't have to be the room forever. It's just what it. All this is temporary acoustics. Well, come here and look at this room because this room's empty. Come on, boys, check this out. There's more here. Look.
Do this, but like, we'll like animate the shit out.
Oh, awesome idea. Yeah, I have mental breakdown, but like sober one. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like a sober like mental breakdown. That'd be a cool one. But look, like this room was essentially the same thing. However, but I also have this I have this room addition back here. My kid playroom. It's a little chilly, man, but because of this, yeah. It's pretty cool in the summer, especially. Like, he could be fucking up here kicking it, like, but he don't want to fucking, he just wants to play his game.